Stop being the nice guy. You've been deceived your whole damn life. You've been fed this fairy tale that the path to a woman's heart is paved with bouquets, flattery, and knight in shining armor devotion. You played the perfect gentleman. You tiptoed around her feelings, terrified of crossing a line, petrified of blurting out something off color, paralyzed by the thought of coming on too strong. And what was your reward? At best, a lifetime lease in the friend zone hall of fame. At worst, she bolted straight into the arms of the bold bastard who embodies every risk you too chicken to take. Today, we re-shattering that delusion to pieces. Am not here to coach you on dialing up the charm offensive. No, I'm handing you the skeleton key to her deepest subconscious. We re-diving headfirst into the outlawed dialect of desire, a code that bypasses her polished public facade and strikes straight at her raw, untamed urges. Yeah, you heard that right, I am diving into the metaphor of speaking to her like a predator. And before your inner white knight rears up in protest, hear me out. This has zero to do with flashing cash or dragging her through the mud. It's pure unfiltered authenticity. It's dialogue stripped bare of polite pretenses, free from hesitation and void of delusions. Delivered from a throne of serene, unbreakable authority. This is the tongue the legendary psychoanalyst Carl Jung dubbed the language of the shadow. Communion with the hidden fragment of her soul she conceals from the world, yet yearns in silence for a formidable man to unearth, embrace, and claim. What you're about to absorb is a high-octane distillation of raw, risky wisdom that actually delivers. Ivy held back the fiercest tactic for the grand finale. So before we charge in, hit that like button, preemptively show me you re-locked and loaded. And if you refresh to the channel, with the guts to stare truth in the face, smash subscribe right this instant so you catch every pulse-pounding revelation. Oh, and one more thing to kick us off, drop your city in the comments below. Let's map out where America's boldest warriors are rallying. New York, LA, Chicago. Your voice fuels this fire, so let's build a brotherhood across the map. Part 1, the bedrock. Why the hell does this ignite like wildfire? To grasp why this apparently audacious strategy lands every single time, we gotta burrow way past the surface, level sermons on right and wrong. We gotta plunge into the shadowy underbelly of the human mind, down to the primal chamber governed not by polite conventions, but by impulses etched into our DNA since the dawn of fire, and lurking there are two seismic psychological dynamos: mask exhaustion and the surrender drive. First off, mask exhaustion. What's that beast? It's the straitjacket of the perfect lady that culture clamps on a woman from her sandbox days. Stay compliant, courteous, conflict-free, eternally Saccharine. Carl Jung labeled it the persona, that curated billboard we flash to the crowd, but sustaining that charade, it's a soul-crushing marathon. It demands Herculean mental gymnastics, a non-stop lockdown of her authentic cravings, raw sentiments, and shadowy reveries. Beneath every polished princess lurks her shadow self, a feral, liberated, reckless force gasping for air beneath the avalanche of societal shoulds. Enter you, stage right. Not the timid suitor schmoozing her surface polish, her persona, but you, the unflinching observer who pierces the veil, your forthright, assured touch of cocky vernacular. It's no slight, it's liberation. It's the unspoken green light she's chased her entire existence. The all clear to ditch that suffocating facade and for a stolen breath quit the good girl grind. Your vibe whispers, I spot your untamed edge. It doesn't rattle me, it revs me up. And damn, that's rocket fuel for desire, because for once in ages, someone's bypassing her Instagram filter and engaging the unvarnished her. She doesn't crave your dance with her disguise. Deep down, she fantasizes you shred it to ribbons. The second powerhouse, the surrender drive. Let's cut the crap and ditch the sanitized spin. This ain't about degradation or chains, it's etched in our evolutionary blueprint. The feminine mind forged across millennia in brutal arenas where thriving hinged on aligning with the unyielding, decisive chieftain, a warrior who owns his hunger and seizes it without flinching. That wiring, it hasn't evaporated. It's just hibernating, soothed into slumber by skyscrapers and safe spaces. But it raws awake the instant she detects not her fumbling petitioner, but a steady, immovable titan. How does this play out in words? When you hedge with wishy-washy queries, hey, wanna grab coffee sometime? If you re-free, you re-beaming frailty, you re-dumping the steering wheel in her lap. But swap in crisp, teasing directives which we'll unpack soon, and you flip the power grid. You proclaim, you re the captain. You shoulder that choice, wait for her. And to her buried instincts, it's pure ecstasy. It trips a prehistoric switch, he's my fortress. He charts the course. The deadliest pitfall, mistaking poised command for frantic fury. Rage is fear's ugly mask, weakness is desperate bluff. Genuine command, it's effortless poise. Your verbal steel isn't backed, it's embodied. A showcase of fortitude that awakens her core craving to yield to your lead. Part 2, 10 Weapons of the Outlord Dialect. Now that we've forged the groundwork, let's arm up. These aren't mere sound bites. They reap precision strikes that shatter her societal shell and summon her beastly core. Wield them not as a performer hamming it up, but as a master craftsman, exact, unflappable, fully attuned to the blade's edge. Technique 1, declare hunger, not sentiment. This flips your entire playbook. The people pleaser spout's hallmark must I dig you. We vibe great. That's ego bait for her public profile, harmless, courteous, utterly defanged. The outlord dialect, it's the roar of roar craving. Ditch I dig you for a locked gaze and a cool, factual drop. I crave you. The chasm. I dig you begs for a nod back. I crave you states empire. It's the dialect of her drive as Freud hammered home the ID's savage pulse, blind to etiquette. It jars her rational side but jolts her flesh alive. You not seeking clearance. You staking your claim. That's throne room authority, not beggar's plea. Technique 2, deploy roar, unfiltered praise, vanilla flattery. It's elevator music, gorgeous eyes, killer smile. She's numb to it, it's rained on her parade a million times. That's polish for her facade, a roar compliment. It probes the marrow. It hunts not her shell but her electric aura, her primal spark. Skip gorgeous eyes linger in her stare a beat too long. Drop your timbre low and murmur your vibe. Electric chaos. I can't quit replaying what we unleashed together, boom off kilter. You not appraising her outfit. You saluting her wildfire. Not narrating visuals but unleashing your thirst. Instant heatwave cause you storming her private dreamscape. Technique 3, issue crisp, cheeky orders. As we unpacked her depths, hunt a guide. Orders, that's the captain's log. But tread that razor wire, we not drill bit barking. We sly, snappy summons laced with a rogue grin and ironclad poise. Trade one or scoot closer. For a feather, light graze and a firm closer. Swap my spot, sound good. For draining your mug, rising and declaring, we out. No query mark, pure decree. You eclipse her indecision and blaze the trail. Magnetic as hell, cause you signal blueprint in hand, zero qualms in execution. You steer, she sails. That's the electric charge sparking pull. Technique 4, name it plain and unapologetic. Sharpest blade in the arsenal. Cultures bloated with flowery dodges for bedroom truths. That's the game's garnish, the facade's frill. A guy who brands reality roar. He radiates total emancipation from taboos and tremors. He frames intimacy not as dirty laundry, but life's bold pulse. Mid-flow, when the vibe peaks, swap the coy connect for a stark, uncrude term owning the deed. Its thermite scorches her prim shell but sets her wild core ablaze. Vital caveat, no sleaze, flick growl. Deliver it even-keeled like stating the sky's blue. That candor screams you no player in charades, no flincher from facts, and that fearlessness. Prime catnip for a woman starved of boyish dodges. Period. It's this razor-edge realness that draws you to stoic thinking. We touch the fluff carved to the core. If this blueprint's your missing edge, seize the moment, subscribe now and join the ranks of men rewriting their story. Technique 5, flip your vocal. Gear shift abruptly. Your timbre, your secret superweapon. Everyday chat ride neutral. But when dropping a core private grenade, one move / pitch and punch down to a husky near murmur. Say you retrading small torque, then halt mid-breath, inch nearer and breathe low. But here's the real storm in my head right now. Pure biology hack. That gravel bass screams peak testosterone, apex male marca and the hush. It weaves conspiracy, cocooning intimacy. It yanks her ear in, hijacks her focus. You forge a private realm amid the roar, just you two. Technique 6, decode her signals and call them out. Ladies telegraph volumes in motion. Words might feign hold up, but her frame bellows hell yes. The eagle who spots it in boulder broadcasts it, claims the kill. Spot her twirling a locked tongue, darting her lip, breaths deepening. Don't ghost it. Lock optics, steady as stone, I see you devouring this. Or your frames voting yes, words be damned, razor disarming, you prove. You facade, proof illusion immune. You beaming straight to her buried drives. It births that profound near supernatural sync, she senses you her mirror sharper than her own gaze. Technique 7, lock in the us lens, sly wordplay that rewires her worldview. Ditch the me versus you split weave we as default, it conjures a bond pre-forged, a pact sealed. Not come crash at mine, try no way we ending up anywhere but tangled tonight. Not your night free. What's our move post sunset? It eases her into your woven world, soft but steel. No please, just proclamation. Stealth command that sidesteps pushback, brewing ease and inevitability. You resynced. You us, her instincts nod quicker than debating. Technique 8, spark with sly jabs and gentle knockbacks. Stunners like her. Worships their white noise, endless ego strokes, flirt, probes for validation hits. Your mission, shatter the cycle. Her coy bait or show off flex. Skip the praise deluge. Tease, deflect with a sly curl, ease off the charm, offensive, I clocked you ages ago. Script, reversal gold. 1, you no orbiting fanboy. 2, she owes 0 audition. 3, you lob affirmation from the selector's perch, not the selected's. Yanks her foundation, flips pursuit, now she's chasing your orbit. Technique 9, amp the charge with loaded lulls. That beat after a spicy salvo, dynamite booster. The timid soul, panics post, punchline, backpedals, chuckles to vent steam. The Titan, inverts, hurls the live wire, you got no clue the havoc I wanna wreak on you, then seals lips. Holds the void, 4, 5, 6 heartbeats, eyes fused, unyielding steel. The quiet thunders, her thinker stalls, fantasies flood unbidden. You gift her runway to plunge solo into the frenzy. Your hush and stare, billboards of bulletproof faith in your spit, in your core. Technique 10, echo her buried whispers. Elite tier demands, hork eyes and lion heart. At peak simmer, her stare electric, don't idle for her leap. Preempt voice, the taboo she's mulling but muzzling. Steady gaze, velvet timbre, I read your mind this instant, and it's gold. Bolder still, you read, dying for my lips on yours, aren't you? Offloads her load. Grants license to lust the illicit. Frames her shadows safe, sans scorn. You embrace her abyss. And when she collides with a soul unafraid of her storm, drawn to it, she detrail you through inferno. Part 3, Domesday blunders, how to dodge self-sabotage. Wielding this outlawed dialect, like gripping a chambered 45. In virtuoso grip, it's empire, building might. In greenhorn claws, it's catastrophe central. 3, apocalypse, level flubs that morph you from sovereign to sideshow or thug in her blink. Sidestep M, or torch the blueprint. Blunder 1, don't mash command with chaos. Rookie plague, total buzzkill. Newbie devours power, torque morphs to boorish. Bully snarls, shames, shreds, fancying its mastery. Epic delusion. Fury's fears, frantic facade, the frail's feeble flex. Real command, our breed, inner zen fortress, unshakable cool. You sling spicy salvos with a whisper of smirk, 0 venom, pure poise. Your throne's in tranquility, not decibels. You helm not to pulverize, but cores your cause, granite her ripples. Mere pond ripples. You honor her humanity, yet steer sands tremor. Fury flees, serene sway, spellbinding sorcery. Blunder 2, gauge her pulse like a sniper. This arsenal ain't one size fits all, skeleton key. It's volatile nitro, your prime gig, hork her feedback, decode the tells. Hone to virtuoso on her silent symphony. Post your gut, punchline, clock terror over thrill spark. Revulsion over roguish grin, frame locking rigid, not melting loose. Red light, full stop. UV overshot, or she's not wired for this voltage. The sage, pivots seamless, swerves neutral, quips light. Proves he's scene's architect, boundaries sentinel. The dope, doubles down, digs the grave. Recalled missions, shadow stir, not soul scar. Your edge, not just bold blade but velvet radar. Blunder 3, shun the farce parade. The attraction, assassin, root rot style. Dude binges, skin flicks or sleazy guru drivel. Cue the caricature, sleazy lines in cartoon growl. Poses pinched from bad theater, alpha drag from central casting. Peers pathetic, clown core. She sniffs the Ford in a flash. Outlord dialect thrives solo from your organic empire, state. Timbre, even, anchored, maybe gravel, graced but authentically yours. These aren't standalone incantations. They your inner inferno's overflow. Sands that blaze, hollow echoes. So prime the pump, forge your bedrock belief first. No masks, embody the force that owns 0 script. Conclusion, the ultimate unlock. Boil this epic decode to its diamond hard essence. This whole outlord dialect we've vivisected. It ain't a grab bag of slick zingers or puppet master ploys. If that's your takeaway, you botched the mission. This isn't crash course in douchebaggery or slick player cynicism. It's blueprint to the pinnacle of male might, the alchemy of unleashing freedom. Ponder that thunderbolt. Today's arena crushes women harder than ever to nail flawless. Feeds rags mob mentality, it's a vice, grip vise, welding that Jungian mask, the triumph track, mannered maven, buttoned up beef, free ideal. That veneer fuses to flesh, soon she dreads the underbelly, her shadow, her feral, filthy truths. Fear's exposure means exile, revile, and bam, that's the vault code. The everyman wooa, he schmoozes the shell. His no offense tiptoe, code for I am spooked by your core. He vibes, lock in the act, stay sweet, bury the beast, it petrifies me. But the dialect master inverts the gospel. Each daring dart, each assured scan broadcasts the counter mantra, I pierce your polish. Yuri no cookie cutter saint. I taste your shadow, your savage pulse. And it doesn't daunt, it detonates me. Peak validation. You transcend suitor status. Yuri the lone haven where she unclenches, ditches the show. Blooms roar fierce, fractured fierce. You bestow the crown jewel, no chump can absolution. Absolution to own her. You shred the shame shackle chaining her cravings, and when she unwraps that grace, loyalty's limitless. Beyond spark or seduction, its visceral beast bond to her emancipator jailbreak from virtue's vault. That's why no fairy tale fixer. Her facade hung as a crown. Her essence, a colossus unchained, unflinching at her blaze, her bids his mirror. By internalizing hell, embodying this dialect, you snag not just skin, deep keys. You breach her spirit's sanctum. And for that unshackling, that valor too. Claim her unfiltered, she de-chase you cross continents. That sovereignty rooted not in muscle but mercy. Today we crack the verbal vault, but chatter's just half the cipher. The rest, silent thunder frame fire. Next drop, we dissect the sovereign stance, command, vire, glare, flick, void. One arch, one hush, you own the realm. To seize the symphony, lock and subscribe. Stoic Thinking's your forge for unbreakable men. Bell on or risk the blackout. And hey, Stoic warriors, this truth hit home. Flood comments with your city and one takeaway that'll reshape your game. Your stories? They sharpen us all. Let's turn likes to legends. Subscribe now, claim your edge, and comment below what's your boldest move yet. Let's ignite this revolution.